6:48, this is your morning in 8 minutes. We're following breaking news this morning after a deadly officer-involved shooting in Knox County.
One person is dead, a Knox County deputy in the hospital after being shot overnight. Here's a live look at UT Medical this morning, where that deputy is now hospitalized with very serious injuries. The shooting happened at a home in the 3200 block of Denver Lane in Solway. The TBI says the deputies found an armed man at the home. That situation escalated. Both the man and at least one deputy fired shots. The man died at the scene. We're still working to learn more details about the deputy's condition this morning. Knox County Sheriff Tom Spangler says he's asking for your prayers. Right now, the TBI is leading the investigation. Our Jared Austin is live on the scene right now. We'll hear more from him coming up on WBXX.
Happening today, the woman indicted on 20 counts of sexual abuse charges, including statutory rape, is due in court. The
indictment stems from 18 victims between the ages of 15 and 17 who say they had sexual encounters with Melissa Blair. Officials say all of the incidents happened from spring of 2020 through late 2021. McMinn County Central High School officials say the 38-year-old was involved in the booster club with the school but didn't work for it officially. She was banned from school property and activities. Investigators say Blair set up meetings with the victims through social media and offered trading items for sexual favors. Today she's expected in court for a motions hearing. We'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more. And a Georgia woman is behind bars this morning accused of trying to drown her daughter in a lake.
This happened in Vonore. Officials say she's facing several charges. Police say 38-year-old Jessica Upton drove her car down to the lake, got out of the car with her daughter, and tried to hold her underwater. Employees at a nearby boat shop stepped in to rescue the child. That's when witnesses say Upton took off and sped into the lake in her car. They say she escaped through the window and swam to shore, where she tried to run, but employees kept her there. The child is staying with family in Georgia and is doing fine. Upton is charged with attempted homicide, child abuse, and DUI.
And the Knox County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding the driver in a deadly hit and run.
Officials say this happened early Saturday morning. The crash happened on Rutledge Pike near Circle Road. When responding to a motorcycle crash, deputies say they found a man dead. Witnesses say he was hit by a car while in the road and that car kept going. Officials don't know the color or type of car, but say it will likely have front end damage. Right now, KPD is investigating a deadly single vehicle crash.
A woman died in the crash that happened early Sunday morning. KPD says the woman was driving south on Central Avenue Pike when she went off the road and hit a telephone pole. Investigators say the woman was thrown from that car. It came to a stop in the Fountain City auction parking lot. She was taken to UT Medical where she was pronounced dead. Investigators say they believe alcohol was a factor based on evidence at the scene. That crash, of course, still being investigated this morning. The woman's identity not being shared yet. We are working to learn more.
A woman is in the hospital and a Knoxville man is charged after a wrong-way crash on 275.
This happened early Sunday morning as well. Police say the two-car crash happened in the southbound lanes of 275 near the Woodland Avenue exit. Investigators say 31-year-old Evan King was driving in the opposite direction when he hit another car head-on. The woman driving the other vehicle was taken to UT Medical with severe injuries. Police say King shows several signs of being under the influence. He's charged with DUI and vehicular assault this morning. And officials at Dollywood working on a mechanical issue that led to a train derailment last night.
The Dollywood Express train derailed while people were on it. Officials say no one is hurt. The train had to be evacuated, though. The Dollywood Express is a coal-fired steam engine train that takes you on a 5-mile trip around the park and through the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. The Dollywood spokesman tells us the train had a mechanical issue.
And 3 people are hurt after a fight turned into a shootout at a nightclub.
This happened early Sunday morning. Police say the people who were shot drove about a mile up to the road to a gas station for help. That shooting happened on Illusion Club on Murfreesboro Pike. They say a fight broke out inside of the club. Security kicked people out, but when they got outside, they started shooting. The 3 people who were shot are in their early 30s. Police say they were in the car during that shooting. All 3 are expected to be okay. No arrests have been made. Police say they're looking over surveillance video to find out what really happened. Former President Donald Trump is headed back to court today.
It's the start of a civil real estate fraud case, including his 2 oldest sons and the Trump Organization. New York prosecutors are accusing Trump and the Trump Organization of overvaluing properties by hundreds of millions of dollars. Last week, a New York City judge ruled Trump and his company deceived banks, insurers, and others. New York's Attorney General is seeking $250 billion in damages and a ban on Trump running any business in New York. The judge says the trial could take months, though Trump is not expected to testify for several weeks. Trump denies all allegations.
The government has avoided a shutdown and extended funding until November. The
stopgap measure funds the government for 45 days as both sides work on a permanent deal. The bill includes natural disaster aid, but no additional funding for Ukraine. The bipartisan deal could also cost Speaker Kevin McCarthy his job, with some GOP members calling for him to be voted out. Speaker McCarthy indicated there could be support for Ukraine funding in this weekend's vote if a spending deal also includes border security measures. The short-term bill will keep government funded until November 17th. And who wants to be a billionaire? You could win a lot tonight.
For the fourth time in Powerball history, the prize is more than $1 billion. Right now, it's at $1.04 billion. After no players hit it big on Saturday, winners almost always take the cash option, which for tonight's drawing is just over $478 million. Your odds to win it, though, they're not too great. 1 in 292.2 million. Tonight's drawing is at 11.
It is 6:54 on this Monday morning. Let's send things over to Kristen Allen with your first alert traffic.
Good morning, guys. Getting a look at that first alert traffic this morning. This is I-75 at Callahan Road. You can see a little bit of haze hanging around, but getting out of here as you get closer to Knoxville. So keep that in mind, especially if you're heading north out on 75 this morning. Hopping over to I-40 at I-275. A look at that beautiful sunrise trying to come up on this Monday morning. Hope you have a great day out there. Hopping over to those drive times, you can see I-40 west from Winfield Dunn to downtown. Only taking you 15 minutes this morning. Alcoa Highway from Pellissippi to I-40, moving along about 58 miles an hour this morning. So no slowdowns out there to tell you about this morning. Just stay safe out there.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
6:55 now. Here's a look at where we have some of that fog. Obviously, Kristen could spot it in some of those cameras. You may spot it on your morning commute. We do have some more haze in Monroe County, but more dense fog or limited visibility in parts of north and eastern half of Knox County up through Union. It's really in and out of Anderson County, but more persistent Campbell and now trying to spread into Scott and McCurry counties while it's been sitting in Campbell to Whitley, Claiborne, Bell, and Harlan counties. So a few spots that are going to be harder to see for the next couple of hours. Right now, though, you are getting out the door to at least closer to normal temperatures. It is 59 in Knoxville, 58 Jellicoe, even 54 in Huntsville with that fog just now reaching you. It acts like a patchy blanket, kind of slows down our cooling here, but we all start off mild. Now we do have some big changes ahead though, so I'll point out the average low for this time of year is 55. So even through the end of the week, it starts to tick up just slightly as some clouds increase, but a front comes through with that cloud cover and really pushes those temperatures below average. If you're like me, you've got some houseplants still outside. By this weekend, we're going to have to be bringing all those in. And it is very warm in the afternoons for now as well. So we'll stay way above average there for the afternoons, bring in the clouds of the rain, and then bring down those temperatures into the weekend. So that's your mornings and your afternoons that will be chilly ahead. For now, a warm day. We're looking at 59 to start, 78 at noon with your high today, 85 with that light breeze. So just keep in mind, differences from first half to second half for First Alert 8-day planner. We'll track that rain and add it up for you coming up at 7 on the CW.
Yeah, looking forward to that fall finally arriving later on next week. All right, we're going to give you a live look this morning at the hospital, UT Medical Center, where a deputy is in critical condition after being shot. We're going to bring you the latest coming up over on WVXX. We hope you have a good day.